Hey everyone, welcome to the MatMadik cast channel. Alright, thank you so much for checking out this video. Shout out to Daniel Armstrong for recommending this song, Tyson James Rittenhouse audio, hashtag kylerittenhouse. I believe Tyson James is the guy from the Let's Go Brandon song from Bryson Gray, which would make this a very interesting video to follow up yesterday's with, the Loza song, celebrating the same verdict. You see, when you two get along on so many points, there's no point making dividing camps or separate camps in the overall MAGA rapper camp. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Loza, stop this. But anyway, I guess you won't listen. Hope you don't learn the hard way, but maybe you need to. It's a bit like, this is why what I didn't really like about church is when people start making these different kinds of branches. Oh, we believe in this and we believe in that. The same thing here, but we disagree here, so we're gonna branch off. And you will love God, right? Just grow up. Anyway, sorry, let's not go down that road. All right, so what we got here today is a good old celebration joint, I'm pretty sure. Let's see what Tyson James got to say about it. Oh, that smacks. Let's turn this down. Nice, good. Keep it. The glockenspiel, people. Yes, we have a nice long intro, don't we? Let's let it ring. Not guilty, people. Forget not guilty. Innocent, that's all I'm saying. Amen.
Do you feel bad for Rosenbaum? Not really. The mob threatened Kyle's life, he got busy. It wasn't self-defense, man, y'all silly. Y'all just want to burn the city, but it's not guilty. Shouldn't pop off, mess around and get knocked off.
Oh.
Just should have walked off.
Oh. 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 This is what you gotta love about proper homegrown Americans that know how to shoot. I'm from the UK, and it used to baffle me as to why Americans love guns so much growing up. It's like, oh, these guns, like the King of the Hill show, I used to like watching that. And, when the way they talk about guns, I'm like, my God, it seems, I mean, in all fairness, the King of the Hill every now and then seems to present things from a perspective that makes some right-wing values seem quite silly, but just in a nice ribbing way. Everybody can get some kind of way. But hey, eventually, I mean, as things unfolded, despite how they even made the love of loving your gun seem a bit strange now and then, after all this happened, I've really come to respect knowing how important it is to keep your guns, people. I mean, I'd love to be in Florida right now. I mean, even though I'm in Japan, thank God I'm not in England, two disarmed countries, I'm at least in Japan able to fend off people who want to tell me to put a mask on or who don't understand why I'll never be vaccinated. A lot more easily because I'm a foreigner and people don't know what they'll get if they try to speak with me, so they tend to leave me alone more. And to those who try and talk to me, I just calmly tell them, mind your business, But these rights, you got to defend your rights. The deep state coming for people's rights layer by layer. First Amendment and Second Amendment, my God. If you don't understand how important they are today, you may just end up being boiled alive if you're normie and you haven't woken up yet. But thank God for Kyle Rittenhouse, and thank God for how well this whole situation that he was in resolved itself, where every execution he made was a clear-cut case of self-defense. People who can review this video can realize it. The deep state are fooling themselves if they think that they can keep gaslighting people forever and ever. The jury made that abundantly clear. All right, let me know what you think, people. Keep going.
Man, okay. I just came to paint the picture. Your brains are on the pavement cause you ain't the victor. What is this about? You should have been quicker. You gon' listen now? Too late. Y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse. Bring the muscle, pull up at a politician house. Come and take it the two-way and make you listen now. And y'all just trying to send us to the prison house. This a mission. Y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse.
Wow, that excuse me. That hook sounds pretty interesting. Pull a Rittenhouse. Take the muscle. You sound like a muscle. Was it? Did you say muscle or muzzle? Like muzzles that the word that's associated with guns, or muzzle? Like these nutcase libtards who wear. I'm a monument. Oh, sorry, I forgot my American flag mask. I should put on my face. Masks used to hide their face while they commit crimes. If he was saying muzzle, then that's funny because that's lovely and ironic. Because just remember when Black Lives Matter in 2019 were swiftly booted away from bringing up protesting outside a politician's house and promptly encouraged to burn down black-owned businesses, not to mention killing people and black children in the process. But he's probably saying muscle. And if he did say anything to do with guns, hey, it reminds me of that expression, get the strap, which is not an actual call for violence. Get the gun. It means, no, just deal with something. So bring an issue out in the open. Let's just deal with it. But in any case, a lot of people on the right, if you would, or awakened people, I'm not going to say woke. Anyway, they realize that, no, a lot of them are frustrated at how slow the law is to defend law-abiding citizens, but how quickly it is to free tyrannical terrorists. Criminals, violent criminals. And we're thinking, how long do you have to wait for true justice to kick in? Honestly, sadly, it takes as long as it takes for normies to realize that the power comes from the people, not the politicians. Thank God for the not guilty verdict, indeed. It is all about that. This is why the media is spending so much money to try and brainwash normies to do their bidding, because they don't have any power. So what if who's that guy? Oh my God, his name went out of my head. John Lemon. I must confuse him with Tucker, but no, I love Tucker Carlson. Anyway, so what if Mr. Don Lemon says we should burn the system down? So what if all these propagandists on the CNN say that? I'm not saying that what they're saying is justified. I'm just saying that them saying that alone is not what's bringing about all the issues, bringing about all the terror that people are seeing these days. It's people, the normies, who've not realized that they've been playing along and enabling them by not standing up against that. Any nutcase, these are the minority, by the way, the propagandists in the left wing, people in CNN are saying Kyle Rittenhouse shot 60 shots in the air. I mean, did you see the case? What are you talking about if you don't know what the hell's going on? TYT idiots. Anyway, I mean, all of you idiots on the left. People who are calling for violence are enabling rioters to rip the country apart. Their words alone, I mean, thankfully, as I pray the defamation lawsuits come, their words can be tied directly to the actual terrorism that had been rent on society as a result. But ultimately, the only thing that's going to save us is us. It ends when we end it, as David Icke said. The normies have to realize that they've been lied to. And so, unfortunately, this is sadly an excruciatingly slow process. But we have to let the normies wake up. I'm pretty sure Kyle Rittenhouse, as patriotic as he is, he falls into the category of, well, at least once upon a time, a normie. But he came to realize that he could not let tyranny wreck the neighborhood. And little by little, people pull Rittenhouses and bring the muscle. They can put an end to this. So thank you, Kyle Rittenhouse. You're down in history as a hero. Anyway, let's see. Let me know what you think, people.
Bring the muscle, pull up at a politician house. Come and take it the two-way and make you listen now. And y'all just trying to send us to the prison house. This a mission. Y'all about to
send us to the prison house. How many people have been let out of jail immediately while Kyle Rittenhouse sat over a year? Excuse me. Let's just say a darn long time. I just want to know exactly the date before I misquote that. While he prepared himself for a trial he didn't even need to take as the evidence clearing him was already on full display. Let me know what you think, people.
make me pull a Rittenhouse. Listen, we don't want to do it. You're forcing us to move and you're forcing us to use it. You're forcing us to organize and that is how I view it. Trust me, you are gonna be mortified if we decide to lose it. Okay, got the camo with the ammo, call me Rambo, this gang. Got the red dot for the headshot, better get off my lane. And y'all don't want the smoke and y'all don't really want the pain. And y'all ain't nothing but a joke, it's nothing you can really gain. Okay, don't step foot up on my land. If you don't know, I'm about to tell you there's a line up in the sand. So what is this about? And please don't force my hand. You gon' listen now? Too late. Y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse.
Excuse me, I can so see how a lefty would misinterpret what you're saying. First of all, he's saying we're going to bring a muzzle to the politician's house. He means he's going to bring trouble. Muzzle rhymes with trouble. And then he's saying don't make me do it. Don't put your foot on my land. He's saying all the people coming in from across the border, they have no right to be there, and he's going to claim self-defense. Just start shooting them. Yeah, no, that's the beauty of memes. It's a bit like the AOC meme versus the Trump severed head image. Right, people. I'm sorry, no, the AOC whining about a meme in the court. Good for the goose, good for the gander. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Sorry. We call out things. Oh, by the way, sorry, we on the right, we call out things that show. We don't even use whataboutism as the left claim. They're the ones saying, "What if Kyle Rittenhouse was black?" For God's sake, the fact is he was not black. Stick with the facts. We're the ones who we call out the hypocrisy on the left, and let them eat their own words. If a lefty, we know that we make lyrics. When we make our songs, we know that we do songs that lefties could overreact to and get triggered by, because when they overreact and start triggering, we get our phones out. No, we don't even have to. These idiots are putting their nonsensical worldviews on TikTok. Anyway, but we just get record of all the self-recordings of how twisted their worldview is, and we use that to wake up more normies. In case you haven't realized by now, we're celebrating Kyle Rittenhouse's acquittal because, in fact, for an extra reason, not just because we're actually happy, but also because we know that it'll drive lefties insane who seem to want to imprison themselves in a communistic world. And a lot of them seem to think that, nah, I'll be a good commie. The communist system will take care of me. It's not even taking care of politicians in China, man. I really pray that people in Hong Kong get their country back. Get their territory back and get free of the CCP. So many things have been happening behind the scenes while patriots are just waiting for things to play out slowly, the justice system to play out slowly. It's so excruciating, I know. But unfortunately, that's the way things have to go these days. Hope what I said made sense, by the way. I kind of went on a bit of a tangent. But, I want to say the last thing. I'll say this in closing. As far as Kyle being able to sue these people over defamation, with which I understand he has a 2-year window, as the statutory allows. Sorry, the statute allows, I should say. Statutory. Statute of limitations, that's the one. I really hope we can tie in as many loose ends in the process as possible. People who have enabled, who have promoted terrorism, i.e. Maxine Walters, pressuring a jury to try and dox them, pressuring them to make a verdict that suit a mob, and so on. So many things. I mean, when we go all. I know people. I'm there with you, and it just seems like it's taking so long just for this thing to just resolve itself. But we have to bear in mind, for those of you who have joined the right cause, if you would, as of late, just to let freedom of choice and the First and Second Amendment self-defense for that to last. For those of you who have recently come on this side, there are people who have been wanting the world to wake up, wanting true sanity and justice to return for much longer than we have. I've only joined since I clocked on last year with the nonsense vaccine thing and Trump, and God bless Trump. Even though he helped, they said he brought the vaccines out. It's all deep state nonsense, and Trump knows he better not push that stuff because we will not stand for it. But hey, with all that being said, it's the normies that have the power. This is why the war is for the normies. Once enough normies realize what the hell's going on, then tyranny is done. It's done. What the propagandists are doing, they know that they're lying, but they know that a certain amount of normies still believe them, so they're going to keep trying to push them to believe in them and steamroll them. The thing is, normies don't really agree. I mean, unless you become a brainwashed lefty altogether. Please inject me all these times with all these vowels, all these slimes. Anyway, if you're normies just tend to give in. Oh, okay, well, I might as well put on the mask for an easy life. I might as well take on the vaccine for an easy life. I might as well give up my guns for an easy life. I might as well do this and all this stuff. I might as well not say what I think on YouTube for an easy life. You know, when people normies give in for an easy life, but we want to tell them that you don't have to. In fact, we want you to do the opposite and stand up for yourself. Stand for something or fall for everything. And we recommend you don't stand for communism because that is standing for falling for things, which is weird. All right, people, thank you so much for listening. Let's just let the song play out.
Bring the muscle, pull up at a politician house. Come and take it the two-way and make you listen now. And y'all just trying to send us to the prison house. This a mission, y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse. Bring the muscle, pull up at a politician house. Come and take it the two-way and make you listen now.
Amen, man.
And y'all just trying to send us to the prison house. This a mission, y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse. That should be the dance move, I don't know. Let me know what you think, people. I loved it. And sorry I rambled quite a bit. And I certainly was longer than I intended to take. A 15 minutes video roughly, innit? Oh well. Where we go on, we go all. Peace.